tyranny. So a man that has just the legal aspect, that's not a good thing. There have been times where those great governments of law have been overthrown, and then there's been great liberty without law. Liberty without law, Jacob, is anarchy.
Yeah.
You don't want that either. And so a man draws a balance between liberty and law, between having fun and enjoying life, and yet there's sometimes to study and practicality, and so again, it's a balance between knowing what is biblical, and from there the aspects. It's very clearly seen. The political realm is crystal clear to anyone that has a biblical aspect. The personal realm and relationships is crystal clear when you have the biblical aspect. And it all comes back down to loving up and then being able to love out, to lead, you might say, by following God. Mm. And to be a man is to also to understand people, and to not just, you might say this is the way it's going to be, but this is why we are going to do it this way. And so those are some of the thoughts when I look at the balance between politics and biblical aspects of one's life. And you can never get them out of context. It's always God first and his word first. And everything else is predicated, is based upon that. And so that's the balance, I think, that we should always work towards, strive for, pray about, and then try to emulate in our life as men and as Christians and as Americans.
Well, Brother Harding, this has been an incredibly enjoyable educational conversation, and I really appreciate your insight and your years of work and working in churches and just what you do, and you taking some time to share that with us this morning. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Jacob. It's been very enjoyable to talk to you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Here on this Memorial Day, I hope you spend a little bit of time first remembering those who gave their lives to have the freedom to be able to listen to this, to have the freedom to worship in church yesterday, and to have the freedom to spend time together like you're going to do later today, or maybe you already did this week. But I also hope you are thinking about what you can do for our country, for your country. I hope you take something from what Brother Harding said and can apply it to your life right now. Maybe as you see elections upcoming, what can you do to get on board for the causes that you believe in? Local politics or national politics, doesn't matter, but you need to be engaged, informed, all of these things that Brother Harding talked to us about. Of course, you can go to his website to find out more information about him, but also to get some education on Christian historical freedom, among many other things. And, of course, be educated when you vote. Make sure you're connected with your legislators. Have you been able to stop by locally your state legislators? And can you be engaged in your political arena, wherever you're at? And then as a man, will you stand? If it comes down to it, will you stand for your right to worship? Will you stand for what's right spiritually? Do you stand for what's right in your own home? Do you stand for what's right in your church? Do you draw the line where it's necessary? Are you willing to, like the quote he used from John Witherspoon there, are you willing to put things on the line and make a sacrifice for what is truly right? There's not too much, there's a lot more compromise than there is sacrifice nowadays. And that's a challenge to me to compromise if I can, but if I can't, to stand and make the sacrifice. Well, I hope you have a great Memorial Day. As always, go check out clean5110.com. Use the code SHEPHERD for 10%. Please leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. And find us on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And we'll see you next week.